Howdy, hey, welcome back to All About That Disney Life. I am Danny B, the girl who is all about that Disney life. The next movie we will be talking about is Honey, I Shrunk the Kids that came out in 1989. So let's get to know the cast of this amazing movie. We had Rick Moranis as Wayne Szalinski, Matt Frewer as Russell Thompson Sr., Marcia Strassman as Diane Szalinski, Christy Sutherland as Mae Thompson, Thomas Wilson Brown was Russell Thompson Jr., Jared Rushton was Ron Thompson, Amy O'Neill was Amy Szalinski, Robert Alvaleri was Nick Szalinski, Carl Stevens was Tommy Purvis, Mark L. Taylor was Don Forrester, Kimmy Robertson was Gloria Forrester, Luke Cuddle was Dr. Brenyard, Laura Waterbury was the female cop, Trevor Glassdress was the male cop, Martin Ileth was Harold Borstein, Janet Sutherland was Lauren Borstein, Greg Richard Nelson was Professor Fredrickson, and Frank Welker was special vocal effects in the movie. Now we get down to the facts all about the man who accidentally shrunk 4 children and they go on an amazing backyard adventure. Number 1, the production. The movie was originally called Teeny Weenies. That was written by Stuart Gordon, Ed Naha, and Brian Usna. The title seemed to appeal more to a child demographic, so the name was changed to Grounded to appeal to a more mature audience. The name was later rejected in favor of The Big Backyard, but then Honey, I Shrunk the Kids was based on a line of dialogue from the movie, so that became its title. The movie was influenced by the 1950s fare, such as The Incredible Shrinking Man. Number 2, the filming. This movie was filmed at the backlot of Churubusco Studios in Mexico City. Some filming took place in the streets of Mexico City. The scene where Diane walks out of the mall to use the payphone, there's a sign that says Beverly Hills Mall, but it's actually the Plaza Inn, a mall in Mexico City. Number 3, the special effects. So they had electronic controlled ants and bees. In the scene where Wayne lands in the Thompsons pool, Rick Moranis jumped off a flying board in the form of a teeter-totter on a swing set. There were also scale models that were used for the sprinkler and the bee scenes with miniature Rush Jr. and Nick plastic figures attached. Forced perspective was used in the giant cookie scene to make it look bigger. The kids were strapped in for the scene with the broom when they're holding onto the broom before going into the garbage. And the bristles were actually pieces of foam that were carved and tied to a rig system. Number 4, the box office. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids opened on June 23rd, 1989 in 1,371 theaters. It opened at number 2 in the United States behind Batman with a weekend gross of close to $15 million. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids earned over $130 million domestic and $92 million in other territories, earning a grand total of over $222 million. Attached to Honey, I Shrunk the Kids was Disney and Amblin Entertainment's first Roger Rabbit short, Tummy Troubles. Number 5, awards and nominations. We'll start off at the ASCAP Awards in 1990. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids won for top box office films. We'll move on to the Young Artist Awards in 1990. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids was nominated for Best Family Motion Picture for Comedy, but it lost to Parenthood. Amy O'Neill was nominated for Best Young Actress Supporting Role in a Motion Picture, but she lost to Gabby Hoffman in Field of Dreams. And Jared Rushton was nominated for Best Young Actor starring in a motion picture, but he lost to Sean Austin in Staying Together. Next up, the BAFTA Film Awards in 1991. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids won for Best Special Visual Effects. Next up, the Saturn Awards in 1991. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids was nominated for Best Science Fiction Film, but it lost to Total Recall. And Thomas Wilson Brown, Robert Alvaleri, and Jared Rushton were all nominated for Best Performance by a Young Actor, but they all lost to Adam Jodorowsky in Santa Sungear. And Honey, I Shrunk the Kids was nominated for Best Special Effects, but it lost to Back to the Future Part 2. Number 6, the attraction. There was a Honey, I Shrunk the Kids attraction at some Disney parks. So there was a 3D movie called Honey, I Shrunk the Audience. It was complete with physical effects such as wind and water. It was created as an attraction at Walt Disney World's Epcot in 1994 and later made its way to Disneyland, California, Tokyo Disneyland, and Disneyland Paris, with all 4 parks featuring the attraction by 1999. This attraction replaced the Michael Jackson movie Captain EO, a musical movie launched back in 1986. This movie begins as a mock award show by the Imagination Institute that is intended to honor Wayne as Inventor of the Year. Instead, the audience is shrunk and threatened by Quark, their dog, Gigabyte, that's Nick's pet python, Diane, and even Adam, later revealed in the sequel. We'll talk about that when we get to it. This attraction reprises most of the original cast and adds Eric Idle as the host of the award show. This attraction was removed from all 4 Disney parks over the course of 2010. Disney elected to return Captain EO to all the 4 parks to honor Michael Jackson following his death in 2009. And there you have it, all the facts about Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. If you like this video, please hit that like button and don't forget to leave a comment below and don't forget to subscribe. And I hope you have a zippity-doo-dah day. Goodbye.